Taking a look at the weather for this day, and it looked like clear skies. Steven Matz on the mound tonight. I think I'm going to go with this lineup here. Unfortunately, Alonso in a cold streak again. Though he did have a big home run yesterday.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the New York Mets and the Miami Marlins. Number 67 makes his big league debut right after this.
Who's this? Didn't even give his name.
Sandy Alcantara is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Marlins. Dan, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
Stepping into the box, Ahmed Rosario, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Let's take a quick look at the lineups here. It's the New York Mets lineup. Alonso batting cleanup, Conforto 5th, Davis in the 6th spot, then McNeil, and then Ramos in the 8th spot, followed by the pitcher. And here's the Marlins. I guess this guy Blade is their rookie that they're playing in right field. I don't know if that's a fictional player or not. Let me see. No, it's real. It's a real player. Just hasn't played in the minor leagues yet, or in the major leagues yet. So this is his virtual debut.
First pitch of the at-bat. First of 3 here on this Tuesday night as the game's first offering is taken for strike 1. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they come into this one fresh off a victory last time out that ended a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line, this team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one. Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. So here's Brandon Nimmo. Strike taken. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. The 0-1 delivery sent in the air out to straightaway center. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with one gone.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that misses for ball one.
Count 1-0.
Now the 1-0. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Skied into straightaway right. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
So here's Pete Alonso. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. First delivery to him on the way. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Bases are empty here with two men out. Fly ball out to straightaway right. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And this one bounds around against the wall. And he'll coast into second here with a two-out double.
That is it. The right fielder, number 30, Michael Conforto.
At the plate, Michael Conforto, as he lines it hard to the right side but out of play. With runners in scoring position this season, Conforto is hitting over 350 up in the high 300s.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
Conforto behind a ball and two strikes. Alonso stands at second with two gone. Fastball laid off well below the knees.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, gotta feel like it's a win for the offense.
And prior to the 2-2, he'll step out of the box and ask for time. Here's the 2-2.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Here's the payoff pitch. Here's a pop-up now.
Jammed me.
And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reactions there, and the inning is over. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Mets 1, the Marlins coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Steven Matz gets the starting nod for the Mets. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Steven Matz is what they look like. Big, strong guy, 6'4", about 220 pounds. Throws from the left side, smooth gas, 93 to 95. Terrific overhand curveball, and his changeup is getting better all the time. Steven Matz is quality.
Stepping up now, Jonathan Villar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here it comes. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, when you get off to a slow start, all you want to do is get back to that 500 number, and you don't care how you get there. Well, this team has done exactly that, and today starts the first day. Hopefully they find a way to get a win, 1 game over 500, and everybody is feeling good about the season.
2 balls and a strike. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 2-2. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
Batting second, the shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Before the first pitch, a check at first, and he'll get back in standing. Standing in now, Miguel Rojas, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. Still without a home run and 6 RBIs. 0-1 count and the pitch. Easy take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside. Throw over to the bag, and he's back in standing. Nobody out, runner on first. Line to the right side. And they'll run him down and tag him out between first and second. A double play.
Batting third, the left fielder, Corey Dickerson.
Stepping in, Corey Dickerson. Lifetime numbers against Steven Matz. He's just 1 for 6. Here comes the first pitch. Loud contact for Dickerson, and a ball headed to deep right field. And that one is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 3rd home run for him on the year, and with it, the Marlins are back even now at 1-1.
Changeup up in the zone.
Well, his offense spotted him a run in the top of the inning, and he just gave it right back. That's what happens when you plant one in a hitter's wheelhouse. Sent out of here in a hurry.
Batting fourth.
And that'll bring in Garrett Cooper.
Garrett Cooper.
Lifted in the air to right field. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Marlins able to knot things up on the solo home run. 2nd inning coming up, all even at 1 apiece. So coming to the plate, J.D. Davis. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Now here's the pitch.
1-0.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard to third, right to him. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting 7. The second baseman, number 6.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone!
McNeil answers right back.
Solo shot to right center. 6th home run on the season for him, and the Mets move out to a 2-1 lead.
Well, when it left its bat, I didn't think it had the height to even clear the fence. Shows you how much I know. That thing was a laser shot that just kept going and going and going. Wow, that was impressive.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, and he's seen his numbers on the rise here over the last 5 games or so. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Now the 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one.
Down 1-1.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Got him.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
To the plate now, Steven Matz. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone. And they'll turn to the slider here, and it just misses. 2-1 now.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Two and two. Now pitch on the way. Hit the other way out toward right field. Leday is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 2-1 New York. Leading off the inning, Brian Anderson. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Third baseman, Brian Anderson.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Conforto has to come in a few steps, but he has it for route number 1.
Batting 6, the catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And up next will be the big catcher, Jorge Alfaro. First offering on its way. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Line towards center field.
Oh.
And he might have misjudged this a bit as he reaches out, but it goes right by him in center field. And he will make it up to third base, as that is a gift there off of what was a terrible throw.
And that's his first triple of the season. The way he exploded out of the box, you knew he was determined to get to third, and he made it happen.
Into the box now, J.J. Bleday, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Hit down the line at first, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. A man at third with 1 away. On the ground to third. Davis grabs it cleanly. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Batting 8, the center field.
Good job there to put the ball on the ground and pick up the tying run. This one has the makings of being a close game until the very end.
Should have thrown home. Should have thrown home.
Now at the plate, Monte Harrison. Here's the first pitch to him.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Three and 0 now.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Two out, nobody on. This is swung on and bounced to McNeil at second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More baseball. Coming to the plate now, Ahmed Rosario. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Now here's the pitch. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside. And a curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2. Shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Harrison is under it to make the play on the first out. So one gone now as we give you a look at where these two teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pitch on the way. 0-1 the count.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Down and away, ball 1. One and two now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. High in the air down the right field line. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Number 52. Just finished.
Stepping in, Yoenis Cespedes picked up an RBI on a sac fly in his first appearance. Now the pitch. Fouled off.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Super important situation right here for the pitcher to go 1-2-3. Get back in the dugout, regroup. He struggled early, but if he can knock out this 1-2-3 inning, I think he can right the ship.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. 0-2 count and the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes. And that's going to be high 2-2 now.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
And he missed with this one up around the noggin. Now it's full. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. High in the air out to center field. Harrison moving back on it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the third, all even at 2 apiece. Striding into the box, Sandy Alcantara as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Sandy Alcantara.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short, but this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Jonathan Villar.
Striding in once again, Jonathan Villar. First delivery to him on the way. Just a tick behind for a strike.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
In now, Miguel Rojas. As he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball one. Rojas is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
The 1-2 is a breaking ball. They can't find the zone, and it's even at 2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
The left fielder, number 23, Corey.
Digging in, Corey Dickerson. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
0-1, here it comes. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Down the first baseline. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So no runs here, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 2-2. Welcome back to Miami as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far.
She's not wearing
and
a coat
overall,
today.
he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Thank you, Heidi.
It's 75 degrees, so it makes sense.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Short, hit hard. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, the right fielder, Michael Conforto.
So digging in now, Michael Conforto comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball just inside. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ball game. And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now. Pops this one up.
Oh.
And there's out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next will be J.D. Davis. First delivery to him on the way. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. A swing and a shot hit down the corner.
It's going to be foul.
And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is line to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, all even at 2 apiece. So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Garrett Cooper. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Garrett Cooper.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit back up the middle. Rosario's got it. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
Now batting, the third baseman, Brian Anderson.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Brian Anderson. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Weak grounder down the line at third. But a foul ball here, 0-1. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Grounded to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
So stepping in, Jorge Alfaro. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here?
Hopefully that triple is the kick he needed to get him out of this slump. Got to feel real good to hit one hard and be able to run like that.
Now here's the pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count, 0-2. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now.
Wow, that's a close pitch to take, but when you're a good hitter like this guy, to take that pitch on 0-2, you have to have a pretty good eye.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. We'll head to the 5th, tied at 2. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. So here's Jeff McNeil. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
Most good breaking ball hitters will hit good breaking balls. In that last at-bat, that was a pretty good pitch that was down in the zone, and he handled it really nice.
The 1-0. Pitch is swung on and hit toward VR at second. Reined in. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
So 1 away here with the bases empty. And next is the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Now the pitch. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. 2 balls and no strikes to Ramos.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Now the 2-0.
Ball 3.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
.30 pitch As a fastball looked at for a strike.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
So one gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And the pitcher steps in next. It'll be Steven Matz. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. This is foul for the first strike. Now a throw over, and the runner back. Runner at first here with one away in a 2-2 ball game. And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. To second for one, and the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily.
He got the bunt down, but he didn't deaden it enough. Really good job by the first baseman to charge in and make a good throw to second to get the lead runner.
But still, look at this. Jeez.
In now, Ahmed Rosario. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. Now a move over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. Man at first with two out in a 2-2 ball game. And again a throw and a dive, but he's back.
Leave him alone.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. That's inside. 2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
3-0 now. From the stretch. That one's in there. 3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes. And that's exactly what happened right there.
It's nice like that.
Stepping in now, Brandon Nimmo, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. No hits to this point. And it's fouled away. In the dirt here. Perfect throw, and they got him at second. Mets leave one. We've hit the halfway point, tied at 2.
He tried to start running and then aborted.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production, and he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Fastballs have been particularly challenging for them today, as they have yet to collect a hit on those pitches. He said they're facing good pitching, but they need to do a better job of getting themselves ready to swing, because you have to show you can hit the straight stuff to be successful in this league.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Settling in now, J.J. Bleday. He'll lead it off against Steven Matz. Back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. J.J. Bleday has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Here's a look over to first, just keeping him close. So that'll bring in Monty Harrison next, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a process of elimination, and I'm eliminating the changeup this next pitch. I'm on everything else.
The 0-2 once more.
Ball, that's in.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
So now to the plate, Sandy Alcantara, wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. To second for 1. Relay throw, but it'll be too late as he's well safe at first.
The batter.
He got the bunt down, but he didn't deaden it enough. Really good job by the first baseman to charge in and make a good throw to second to get the lead runner.
Ready for another shot now, Jonathan Villar. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Liner towards second. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
At the plate now, Miguel Rojas. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. Here's the 1-0. Second and third, 2 away. This ball runs away for ball two. 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
3-1 to the Marlins middle infielder.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
This one's down to third. Davis has got it. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Marlins can't cash in here, and that ends the inning. Marlins strand a pair through 5, all even at 2-2. All set for the start of the inning. Now in the box, Brandon Nimmo.
Number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
First offering on its way.
Ball 1.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 1-0 home. Misses, ball 2.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
2 balls and a strike to count. Line towards center field.
Right towards him.
Harrison is under it to make the play on the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
So here's your win. Cespedes. He hit a sac fly earlier. First pitch of the at-bat. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Cespedes behind a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
The 1-2 locks him up for strike 3.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Into the box, Pete Alonso. This will go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, foul down the left side. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Harrison makes the catch, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. Home half of the 6th inning coming up, deadlocked at 2 apiece. Up next from Miami, Corey Dickerson. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Corey Dickerson.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Davis brings it in, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
Digging in once again, Garrett Cooper. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there at the knees, strike 1. And a curveball, 79 miles an hour. It's in there 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Up next for the Marlins, the third baseman, Brian Anderson.
Ready once again, Brian Anderson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch on its way. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. 2-0.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
The 2-0. Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. 2 out, nobody on. Takes this the other way to right. Conforto is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Miami down in order. 6 innings complete, all square at 2-2. Adam Conley will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year.
Number 61, Adam Conley.
Next for the Mets, Michael Conforto, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Michael Conforto.
First pitch coming, here it is. So far this year against Southpaws, Conforto carries a batting line right at 240.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Count now, a ball and a strike. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Now a pitch on the way.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Flat out locked him up with a changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
J.D. Davis the next to bat.
As he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. A 1 pitch on its way. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. One out, nobody on. Sent out to straightaway center field. Harrison is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
The batter, number 6.
Into the box now, Jeff McNeil. He was a ground-out victim last time up. He's set. Here it comes. Swing, and he popped him up. Over in foul territory back behind third. Anderson is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark, and we are tied 2-2. So striding in, Jorge Alfaro, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one.
The catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
First pitch on its way. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
This is on the ground over to first.
Oh my God.
And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
To the plate now, J.J. Bleday, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in these ABs. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced so far.
Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Now a ball sprayed fouled into the seats near third. The 1-2. And a good curveball gets him swinging for out number 1.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Into the box now, Monte Harrison. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Takes this the other way to right. And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. This is on the ground over to first. A play at the plate. Oh, and the tag will get him at home plate as that keeps the ball game tied.
Well, he took a big gamble here in a tie game, but the throw is a good one. He probably got excited about scoring the go-ahead run, but that excitement ends up costing them, and we're still tied.
Digging in and looking for more, Jonathan Villar. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. First delivery to him on the way. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Ready on 0-2. Off-speed pitch, just missed inside.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
Ready with the 1-2. And this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position. The set and the 2-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
You've got to be kidding
Man,
me.
that's going to drive the manager insane. He loses control of his release point, and now the go-ahead run moves 90 feet closer to scoring.
Right
He's going to have to make some good pitches now to get out of this.
At the plate, Miguel Rojas. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he'll leave in a tie ball game, but he's also responsible for the 3 men on base, and he'll need some big-time help here to preserve a no decision. Dylan Betances answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a
here.
bases-loaded jam, but needs just one out to get out of it.
All right, Betances coming in with one job.
He's set and the pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike one.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
He put himself in a good position jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Bases are loaded here, two down. Good waste pitch, 1-2. Misses, ball two.
This is a huge pitch right here. I don't think he wants to go 3-2 and have those runners be in motion. Look for him to be aggressive with what he thinks is his best pitch right now.
He's set. The 2-2. Oh, that hit him.
Oh,
Let's
my
hope he's
God.
okay. Safe at first.
Son of a...
Good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you're starting to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Ready for another chance? Corey Dickerson. And he's got an opportunity to turn this narrow lead into a wide one if he can cash in here. Looking to keep this a one-run game, the pitch.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Two out, bases loaded. That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
Borderline pitch right there. But as a low ball hitter, you can live with that as long as the umpire doesn't give him north as well.
The set and the 2-1. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Oh, my.
Misses, ball four, and that will force home a run.
Man, when you're trailing, you hate to give up any runs, but walking one in is especially painful. Now the lead is extended, and a base hit could blow the lid right off this thing.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Garrett Cooper. 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. Trying to keep the deficit right where it is, the pitch. He's set. The 0-1. Swing and a ground ball to third. And this goes right past him. Oh my, that might plate 2. And the run is in to score from second. It's now 6-2.
Yeah, nowadays the number crunchers would call that a high leverage at bat. Not exactly sure what that means, but what I do know is they just doubled their lead. So he clutched up big time right there.
Now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. In now, Brian Anderson, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
Tances sets. Here it is on 0-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Rosario brings it in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Marlins 6 and the Mets 2. Brandon Kinsler has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 20, Brandon Kinsler.
Into the box now, Wilson Ramos. It was a walk in his last trip.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
From the stretch. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard.
You'll only see about 10 of these pitches a year. The changeup on a tee in the middle of the plate. But tip your hat to the batter right there. He did not come unglued, stayed within himself, and drove it for a base hit.
Robinson Cano will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 24, Robinson Cano.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And he'll get back in safely. Yet another check on first. A dive, but he's back. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. into the bag, and he just manages to get his hand in. A runner at first with no outs here. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Cano, as in don't you know, part of his New York nickname days. This is the first year of his new 4-year contract. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And Cano, don't you know, is going to reach. It's a base hit. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Well, they've been struggling at the dish all game long, so stringing 2 hits back-to-back, one of them for extras, is a sign that they've got some life in them. We'll see if they can cash in here.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Name of the game out on the mound is to disrupt timing of the hitters in the box. He certainly got this guy on the defensive.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. This one's blooped out toward right center field. And that'll get down for a base hit. The throw into second, but he gets back in time, safe at second base.
I don't know. Great. Excellent.
Tomas Nido will come on now and run at third base following the injury. Next up for New York, Brandon Nimmo. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Oh, boy.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. The relay, and this will come in far too late. He's in there at third.
Man, this is a spot where you really want to get greedy as a hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. You're hoping for that big swing of the bat. What does he get? A sacrifice fly, and only 1 run scores. I'm sure he wanted more, but he's not going to complain about the RBI.
Into the box, Yoenis Cespedes, and their runners at the corners now. Here's the first pitch to him.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
The 1-1 home is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate.
They say the toughest pitch in baseball is the located fastball. I disagree. That nasty slider is tough to hold up on.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch.
Working for the punch out and the offering.
Oh.
And this is taken for a called third strike. So they go right at him with the base open, and it pays off. And now there are 2 gone in the inning. Yimi Garcia trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Now pitching for the Marlins, number 93, Nym Garcia.
Pete Alonso will be his first assignment as he steps in with 2 men in scoring position now, but also 2 away. Has a look, now the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman.
That's a tough curveball right there to stay into as a lefty hitter. That ball looks like it's almost going to hit you, and it breaks over the inside half of the plate.
And that misses. 2-1. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. The set and the 2-2. Hit hard to short. Scooped up. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. Mets forced to settle for 1 here in the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Marlins lead it 6-3. Jerry's Familia is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Digging in to try it again, Jorge Alfaro. 2 for 3 for him so far, including a triple.
Jorge Alfaro.
First pitch of the at-bat. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And he misses low with it. 2-0. Familia is a guy known for his lights-out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty V, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
At the plate, J.J. Bleday. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1.
That one
What was
looked like
that?
it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
And he goes and chops this one out towards second. He's got it, and that's the second out.
Now batting, center fielder, Matz. Harrison.
So 2 gone now in the Miami 8th, and that'll bring Monte Harrison up to the plate. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high. Nasty diving out of the zone.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. The pitch. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They still lead it 6-3. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Ryan Stanek comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Now pitching and batting in the 8th spot, number 55, Ryan Stanek. Now playing.
New inning set to get underway. Stepping into the box, Michael Conforto. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against a closer.
Popped him up.
Oh.
Anderson is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
Now batting, the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
At the plate, J.D. Davis. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way.
0-1's the count.
Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Ready on 1 and 2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3 and 2 here.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
3-2 pitch, and a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Now batting, number 6.
Down but not out.
Ready now, Jeff McNeil. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Runners on first with one down. Throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. And he'll watch the fastball miss down low. It's 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, tying run on deck. He should get something really good to hit right here in a 3-1 count. I'd be sitting on a fastball middle in.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Runner at first here, one man out. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. Line towards center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
The catcher, Tomas Nido.
Now batting, Tomas Nido. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. 2 out with the man at first. And another throw over. And a dive, but he's back in there. And yet another.
Oh my God.
And they will put the tag on him. They got him. And with that, the ball game is over.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
And tonight's comes to an end. 6-3 the final. The Miami Marlins jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Adam Conley claims the win out of the pen, his first. Ryan Stanek hammers down the save, his 5th of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
That's really disappointing.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Miami Marlins.
Sucks for Matz
6
too.
runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left
Started
5
off,
men on base.
you know, kind of so-so. Didn't really settle
For the
down
Mets,
until the 3rd
3
inning,
runs
but then
on
he did
7
settle
hits,
down.
no errors.
And then
They
in that
left 5
7th
men
inning,
on base.
things kind of got ugly.
Time of the ball game, 3
I
hours
pulled him
and
from the
17
game
minutes.
while the game was still tied.
Thank
And
you for joining us here tonight. And
the
we
wheels
remind
just
you
fell
to
off
please
with the relief
drive home
pitching there.
safely.
Betances just wasn't able to lock it down. Whatever. Here's a highlight reel. That was a hanging changeup that Dickerson hit into the right field stands. That tied it up in the first. And then McNeil answered back with a home run to give the Mets the lead again, 2-1 in the second. That sucked. Yeah, he was called safe there. Or Alfaro out. No, he was out there. That's right. I'm thinking of another play. That's what lost the game right there. The ball bounced off of Betances. Wasn't able to get him at first. A run scored. I mean, you know, it's a tough situation. It's not like Betances came in and got rocked. It was very situational. Like, yeah, the walking in the run, that's kind of unforgivable there. That really sucked. See, he was a little wild. And then, you know, his little ground ball, Davis couldn't get it out of position. So, I mean, it's not like Betances came in and got crushed. He was just bad luck and then a little wild. Still not a good outing for him. It was disappointing. The top of the eighth, that should have been the big comeback inning for the Mets. Like, all right, we get the sac fly from Nimmo. Could have done more. Nito scored. He was with Ramos' injury, and then this stunk here. The Alonso ground out to end the inning, but didn't show it. But before that, it's the big strikeout by Cespedes. He was punched out on the full count, so that was really the key. And then this here. What are you doing? What are you doing, Davis? Ugh. Yeah, well. Box score. And Conley gets his first win of the season. I absolutely crushed him in that previous series. And the Mets 3 for 4 for Rosario. He's the only Met to have multiple hits. He did have that stolen base in the eighth, but you know, he never scored. McNeil with the lone home run. Rosario stole 2 bases today. I forgot about that. Nice. Yeah, he stole one in the first, I think. It's too bad about Matz. Yeah. Ends up giving up 5 earned runs. Most of them in the 7th. While he was in the dugout. It's a lousy outing for Betances. Now his ERA goes above 5 again. Injured for a few days. Well, I don't know how many days is a few. But I'm thinking I might put him on a 10-day injured list. Yeah, I need to. Because you can't just go with one catcher. If something happens to Nito, what happens then? I'll have nobody else. So 10-day. So in the meantime, I'll have to promote someone here. Ali Sanchez. Ali Sanchez or Rene Rivera. Well, Rene Rivera is hitting better. He's hitting 320 in AAA. Sanchez hitting 196. So I think Rivera gets the nod. But yeah, we'll see. That's what I'm leaning towards, though. All right, see you at the next game.